Hey guys, it's Socks and welcome back to my channel. Today we are doing another speed build, a little bit of a special speed build. You could say we are doing a shell challenge. Have not done one of these in probably like over a year now, especially not one done by a fellow creator, but this is the three-tier, I don't know, whatever you want to call it, shell challenge. This was made by Symtherin, I hope I'm not butchering that name, here on YouTube, Bluesky, where all the cool kids are. I'll link their socials down below, of course. But this is, yeah, a 3-floor shell challenge, and you know me, I'm a sucker for a good theme. So it is also a 3-pack challenge, which I thought was fun. So the 3 packs we're using today, you can obviously see we're in Copperdale. We're using high school years because, you know, Copperdale. We're also using Get Together, and we're also using Tiny Living. Do those 3 have like any correlation? Absolutely not, but you will see as we go through this my thought process for using those packs. So you can already see me breaking the rules a couple seconds ago there by adding walls. Listen, it's for a good reason, okay? It was for aesthetic purposes, and I replaced it with a fence. I literally only did that so I could add the what is it called, the like foundation trim thing? I think that's what it's called, the little trims. Yeah, I just added those walls up to the roof so, you know, I could make it look nice, okay? It was for aesthetic purposes. The walls don't serve a purposes. You don't see them. They're not even there. They're replaced by invisible fences, okay? Yeah, I just listen. I gotta compromise somewhere on aesthetics. And speaking of that, that's why I use Get Together, because I feel like Get Together has a lot of good like exterior aesthetic stuff that does fit a little bit with like the moodiness of Copperdale. Like Copperdale is a little like Old English. Like I think of Copperdale like somewhere in Boston, or not Boston, Massachusetts. That's not Boston. Somewhere in Massachusetts that's not Boston, like one of the surrounding sister cities or whatever. So very like Old English style things. Yeah, and the exterior is a little more cooler than the interior. We'll get into that as we go along. But yeah, so we're just gonna ignore the fact that I broke the rules earlier. I wasn't actually breaking the rules, okay? And with the Tiny Living, this was technically a tiny house. I believe it's just 100 tiles. But because of, you know, the fences I placed and stuff, it's not 100 tiles anymore. But you could easily like finagle this with like a debug fence or something, or just, you know, get rid of the rail. I don't know, whatever you wanted to do with it. But yeah, Get Together has a lot of good exterior like decoration objects, like little like flower pots and stuff. So I thought that would be good, and the pipes too, and it just adds so much more like depth to the exterior builds, especially if you got something a little blockier. And I'm not saying the shell isn't even that blocky either. It's just kind of what I did with it immediately that made it like super blocky. But yeah, the landscaping is just nothing too special with this. I did another one of those walk-up porches like I did in my last build, which I believe was base game. I'm like on a bit of a pack restricted streak. I need to build something that's not restricted. I need to just like I have so much like pent up just creativity ready to burst, and I need to build something, maybe even CC, I don't know. Look out for my next build. Hopefully it won't be another month from now. I'm trying to be more consistent, guys, okay? I promise. It's slowly but surely we're getting there. This is my first build out within a month of my last, okay? And I uploaded 2 seasons parts within, I think it was like 2 weeks of each other, so it's not like that close, but it's like, you know what, we're getting there, consistency, and you know, kind of coming out of a little bit of like, not even just video game burnout, I think it was more like YouTube burnout for a while. I just felt yeah, quite awful. I'm not gonna like go into it because there's a lot of like personal stuff. Maybe I'll save that for another video, not when I'm doing like a shell challenge of like appear in the online space. I'll save my rambling for another day. So we're going into the backyard. You can see in the backyard the beginning of this build not really making sense, because I will be honest, working with this floor plan was something. It was something, all right. It was certainly was certainly a challenge. That part of This Is Right, it certainly was a challenge. I saw a couple other cool takes on this shell too. I watched Lunarsimmer's speed build the other day before I did this voiceover as I was finishing up this build. I'll link that video below too, if you want to check that out. And I saw, a couple other posts of this shell challenge on like Bluesky. It's cool. It's cool to see what people have done with it. I try to avoid, like, if I want to do a shell challenge and I see someone already done it and then, like, I've seen the build, I'm like, okay, well, I don't want to do this anymore, because subconsciously it's like, I think I'm just gonna like make the same build or make something similar. So it's just like, I'm just not gonna do it so I can avoid not like accidentally copying someone. But no, I'm happy with like what I did with my own theming. I mean, still the interior doesn't make much sense and it's a little messed up. It's just a messed up, funky little house. And you know what? I kind of love it. It's kind of unique. It's kind of quirky. It's got a little bit of character. And I think that's the most you can ask for in a house. So yeah, we do have a ladder coming up here. It is a 2-bedroom, 1.5 bath. The bathrooms are like, I already said this build is screwed up, but the bathrooms are like a whole new level. So the entire top floor is like a main master bedroom basically, and then the floor below that we were working on, just doing the floor plan, which again I did off screen because it took me like 3 hours. And you know what, I wish I was exaggerating, but I seriously think it took me like up to 3 hours. And like this didn't take me very long. This build didn't take me very long. It was one of my shorter ones, even though I did it over like a span of a couple days. But yeah, the floor plan, there was a lot of just, okay, no, I have to start over. Let's try this again. And I didn't want to use a ladder. I don't know why I am so averse to using ladders, just because you don't see them a lot in houses. This is why I wish we had spiral staircases, man. It would just be, come on, please. Don't get me wrong. I love the stair tool. I think it's great. I think it's versatile. Please just give me spiral staircases, please. But yeah, I use the ladder because why not? There's definitely, this house, in terms of like realism and being accessible, not very accessible. So yeah, definitely two able-bodied Sims living here. So I kind of like, like to come up with a bit of a story of who lives here, or at least like a general concept of who lives here. Because this is definitely like, I don't know, a tailored house thing. Maybe it was like a wartime home that was redone, or some like, like when there's like schoolhouses that get turned into homes, or even like factories. Like there was a factory in a small town my like great grandma or something lived in. It was like an Tums factory turned home. It was kind of crazy. Had like a like a chute for the freaking like loading dock. I don't know. It was a crazy house, but kind of like one of those things. Like this was definitely repurposed and like remade. So I was kind of thinking like you got a young adult, maybe slightly older Sim living in the upstairs. That's why I was kind of, a little more modern. And then you either have like their younger child or like even younger sibling. Like I can kind of see this being like a younger sibling and an older sibling taking care of them as they grow up, because I definitely think this room I'm doing right now gives teenager, kind of like becoming a teenager. Some of their toys like pushed away as more quote unquote teenage things are hung up. Yeah, it kind of like really got me invested in this story though. And then like a slightly older Sim as well. And this house is very colorful too. I really didn't shy away from using some cool, kooky, fun, unique color schemes. Definitely still some of the same ones like repeated throughout the house, but like just I tried to like break out of my shell a little bit of like beiges and creams. Don't get me wrong, there's still some beiges and creams. Beiges and cream. I'm like trying to think, why does that sound so familiar? And it's because of this stupid like brain rot TikTok meme, the berries and cream. Does anyone remember that? That was a weird pop culture moment. But yeah, back to the speed build. So yeah, this is like also the entrance to the house of like the main porch. I don't know, not much going on. I made a little seating area, and then the downstairs is like the entertainment, and there's a half bath right there too. So like, person in the master bedroom and the secondary bedroom can just use the toilet, and then the shower will be downstairs. You will see what I mean by it's weird and doesn't make any sense. Like, I was kind of going for like the separated bathroom thing where, you know, is it like an Asian house style thing where it originates from? I don't know. But the bathroom is alone in one room, and did I say the bathroom? No, I meant the toilet. Just the toilet is alone. So all the poop particles just stay in one room. Well, the other room is the shower and sink room. So yeah, that's the clean yourself room. I don't know. Does it make sense? Yes, but also not how, like, I don't know, houses in the West are built usually. So I don't know. And then there's just like kind of a little kitchenette down here. I wasn't able to do too much with it because it didn't have the most amount of room, but it's a nice, cute, functional kitchen, or at least from what I think. I didn't play test this, so I'm sorry. But yeah, I will, of course, like always, leave the download link for this house in the description of the video below. Unfortunately, it will not be able to go up on my gallery because I am like a couple updates behind right now. I don't plan on updating it anytime soon. I'm scared to, okay? I'm scared to update the game. So unfortunately, you're gonna have to do it by tray file. And yeah, I have that linked down below. As well as, like, you know, the packs used in case you forget. But yeah, and I might do like a tutorial on how to do tray files because I know some people don't know how to install tray files in their game, and it's actually like super simple, especially if you like just don't want to update your game and you want to like still get stuff in your game. Depends on who uploads the tray files, of course. But yeah, I am going to end the little voiceover part here as we finish up with the last parts of the build. I hope you guys enjoyed. Of course, go check out Symtherin, their channel, their, you know, shell challenge, whatnot. I believe it's still going to the end of the month, so you can still find it on their gallery. And yeah, I would love to see your take on this as well. And of course, thank you all for watching this video, and I will see you all in the next video of whatever I make. Bye.